over the area that we cut out. But it worked out pretty good. Keep watching. Here's another crossing that Comanche was using without authorization. They went out there and over our drain, just, you know, took it upon themselves to put planks and start using our drain as access to their job site. So I went out there and I parked the machine on top of that bridge, and they instructed their employees to move our machine. So illegally, they went in there, they broke into the machine, and they moved it.
You know, I think we should discuss this in closed session.
Oh, okay.
All right.
But here it is where we're removing the planks and brought them into the yard.
Okay.
And we also removed the pipe to keep it from getting crushed. We built the crossing so we can get across in and out of the drain there. This is an Alamoato over by Garcia Farm. He had a culvert there that eroded. This is right there by Highway Lakes. Belongs to Tony Rancich. There you can see already where the pipe has been removed, and the next picture will show when pretty much as it's been completed. Keep in mind that this here also, Tony Rancich did pay for all material, being that it's a crossing for him for his use. This is there on the Pandavera where we're raising banks. This is something that we're doing with our dump trucks right now. Our dump trucks we got all our dump trucks running, just raising banks where the banks are too low. This is up by Marion Manor, where we had that tire get stuck into that culvert. And then this one here is on the Franklin Canal by Valdespino. This dirt was given to us by a homeowner that was building a house, and he had tons and tons of dirt, which is only about 2 blocks from this area. So we took advantage of it and built up our banks. And then these next couple of pictures are just a couple of pictures, and I believe Mr. Reyes had mentioned this on some of the cleanup that we're doing in the drains up the valley within the city of El Paso. And there you'll see our new mowers in action. This is the Montoya drain, just upstream from Frontera. This is right there by Riverbend. And this is a picture after we were completed, and the excavator had gone through there also. That's why you see that darker mud over on the sides. And the reason we had to build up the water is because this is right into the levee. Now, keep in mind, all this is part of New Mexico. It's a Montoya drain, but in the state of New Mexico. And then the next picture will show what the river looks like right at the outlet of this of the drain here. And as you can see, you know, the islands and everything in the river also doesn't help us any. So that's the reason you got so much water there at the tail end of Montoya. It's just being backed up. This is over by Chuy's home place, over on Montoya Drive.
God's land.
I was gonna say that, Chew, but I said, no, I better pull myself. This is that bridge you see right up there. That's our craft. So just kind of give you an idea where it's at when you look it upstream to it. But these are what the drains are looking like after we go in there with our mowers and do what we do. This is one of the projects that I spoke about earlier, the Escalate Wasteway. This wasteway, it's really used for an emergency because this water goes straight into the river. But this is the only place we can relieve the Franklin Canal in the event of an emergency. If not, we have to go all the way to downtown El Paso. So by the time we get a drop down here, there's going to be some major damage. So this is just basically used for an emergency to drop the pressure from the Franklin Canal. And as you can see, it's in real bad shape. It was to the point where we couldn't open it anymore. The bridge is unsafe. And that gate that you see there with the wheel, that's the only one that you can actually open, or we used to be able to open. I tried pulling it up with the excavator, and not even the excavator was able to open it right now. So it's in very bad shape. So I've got people right now out there. We're demolishing this so we can go and start construction on a new structure there.
This is part of year one of, that you all approved
Right, 5-year plan, yes.
on the 5-year plan, yes.
And then right downstream from there, you got the alfalfa checks. The alfalfa checks is where you check up the water for that wasteway. Now, Robert wanted to move this waste, or this, these checks further upstream, in order to get the alfalfa lateral more pressure, because it's quite a bit downstream from the alfalfa lateral. So we're moving these gates here, I guess about probably a good 300, 400 yards upstream. And those gates are completely gone. Everything's gone from, we've demolished everything. And then Bob Martinez is up there in the pavement yard building the head walls. We completely ran out of head walls. I think we had only about 2 left. So we're building 5 head walls of every size. And here's what the forming looks like after they pour and kind of what it looks completed. You can see there's some 218s there and 230s. We're gonna make sure that we got 5 of each, you know, that way if we need a turnout, we've got it and we don't have to be building it. This is another part of the 5-year plan. This is the Isla, below Rio Vista, and here we're also, just to kind of give you an idea of what it looks like right now, we're gonna go in there and narrow the channel to match the existing downstream. In order for us to shotcrete this area. This is just right below Rio Vista, that's Rio Vista that you see up there. And then this is the 47 where we'll be finishing this project itself, or this phase of the project. That's right there by the big 8 and right upstream from Horizon Boulevard. I still got all the mowers out there, still trying to keep up with them weeds because apparently the weeds are still been too hot out there and haven't stung them, so I still got that going. I still got the herbicide program going. Luckily, Robert has given me some ditch riders, so I've been able to utilize them. We do have a cement crew going, just repairing cement lining throughout our district, cutting the trees and just things that we've kind of gone away from here.
Yeah, that Iscarity Wasteway, I mean, just showing us that picture, I agree with you, we gotta have that one done.
Yes, it's in bad shape. And I believe in our first year plan, we got those 2 and plus 2 more checks or 1 more check?
Two more checks
Two more
on
checks
the
on
riverside,
riverside.
yeah, that we're going to do.
And I'll start those probably at the beginning of the year. Robert's taking out the water out of the riverside hopefully today. So kind of let that thing air out a little bit and dry up so we can get in there and get our equipment in there.
We were talking about your mowers earlier, are those new mowers still, you're pretty happy with them?
I am. We ran into a little problem with some stress cracks, I guess because of the weight. So they'll be coming in here today, in fact, to look at them and see what they need to do in order to secure them and I guess make it stronger. You know, the cradle where the mower hangs on.
Yeah.
Apparently those mowers are pretty heavy, and with the stuff that we're cutting, I guess it's just too much weight on that arm.
Okay.
So they're gonna come back and reevaluate it and see
When
what
you
they
say
have.
they, you mean New Holland?
Yes, sir. New Holland and Tiger,
Okay.
because the mowers are Tigers. The tractors are perfect, they're great tractors.
But the mowers are,
But the mower works great, it's the cradle that carries the mower.
and who's responsible for that cradle? Tiger?
Tiger, yeah, and we had the same issues when we got the John Deere's a few years back. We had the same issues at the beginning, so,
So they just need to engineer it.
yeah, they
but
did
not
need,
heavier.
just need to come in and repair it.
Okay.
But it's all under warranty work.
Okay.
Another thing, I believe you all have a question on a steering arm, on power steering with the set.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that is one of the boom mowers, and we ran into the same issue with one of our other mowers where the steering started locking up. You go so fast, and the steering will start jerking and start locking up.
Okay.
Well, apparently it was a combination of the steering pump and several other issues, but it's something that kind of like this causes this to break and this causes this, just kind of like
So that's why,
domino effect.
okay, that's why the cost. Yeah.
Yes, and then unfortunately, we couldn't get a cost prior to taking the mower because we didn't know what we were into. But this is the same issue that we took with South Plains. And the reason we decided to go with Bidwell, because South Plains pretty much, it was probably double of what Bidwell did. Yes, yes.
Probably involved gears and teeth.
Gears, and then what it did, it screwed up the spindle in the front, to the front axle. So, yeah, it was a combination of different things.
Okay.
But that is the main reason that, that mower went into the shop to Bidwell. And our mechanics here didn't feel comfortable, doing the work, so
Yeah, no, that's
they felt more comfortable sending it out.
a good, well, I'm glad you answered that, 'cause, yeah, we were looking at that cost and go, wow.
That's on one of our large John Deere's, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Same thing that happened at Barry's.
all right.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
work, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, Whit.
Thank you.
Let's see, Water Master is gone, correct? All right. And the water delivery reallocation, we don't need to discuss that, do we? Water delivery allocations to,
No.
no, that's what we just have already taken care of. All right, let's see, Jay, applications for licenses.
I've got a couple of photos I want to show them for, yesterday. That's the plaque that was, that presented yesterday for the 100-year birthday of the elephant in the town. It was set in a pretty large rock here. But, we took some photos in the dam up on top. Just looking downstream, you see the power plant down the bottom left, and then their offices up here. Because we had the celebration right up here.
That's the power plant.
It was operating yesterday, and had a little bit of water coming down through the dam. We had set, I think we took a photo, they had set a flag here, United States flag, and it's 30 feet up on top and 60 feet in length. Show the scale of the structure.
Okay.
This one
Okay, license application
1806, on behalf of Roadrunner Transmission Gas Line. They're requesting, submit an application for ingress and egress across the San Rosario main lateral, over an existing bridge, just for, regular vehicular traffic to access their regulating station. So they submitted an application and essentially a survey requesting the width, and that's essentially it. They're going over an existing bridge, so they have no impact on, there'd be no construction or anything. So engineering recommends this application for approval.
All right.
And that's
If you
on
have any questions?
That's on the supplemental that Sharon passed out?
Yeah. Yeah, you do it your supplemental, because some of those numbers have changed.
Yes.
And this is One Oak Roadrunner, the pipeline, they had applied for their licenses last year and have been approved, and the line's been constructed and it's operational.
Okay, so on application 1806, do I hear a motion to approve that?
So moved.
Larry approves it, Indar seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Okay, Jay?
Application 1849 and 1850 were considered by the board in July of this year, and because of the resolution that we write in each of the minutes after the board meeting, 60 days had passed and they had not executed the license on their behalf. So it was approved by the board at the end of July, the July 29th meeting. So I'm placing on the board agenda again, and they,
To reapprove.
to reapprove and because of the resolution. So they have signed the license, so.
Jay, you know, under A, you've got Roadrunner's identity as an artificial entity, detailed perfectly. Now, in the last month, Time Warner has merged with another company, and the name that they're using is Spectrum, right?
I asked if they, I sent an email and I have it in writing, it's been placed in the folder, if the Spectrum authorized name is still, are they operating under that now, or are they operating under Time Warner, and they requested to make the license for Time Warner to the remainder of the year, so. Because I see everything legal is gonna remain Time Warner till, I guess, Charter actually purchased them, and then Spectrum. And I made that, I sent that request to see who the license is gonna be written out to, because obviously this is 2 months later. I know the acquisition had occurred, but they stated to make it out for Time Warner, same as they have been operating previously.
Jay, I have one question on the original packet. You said application 1842, and this one shows 1849.
Yes, and I made a verbal comment on that. I misstated the application number on the original, and we wrote it down. We made a verbal correction at the meeting at that time. So,
Okay,
yes.
so 49 is the correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do I hear a motion?
So moved.
Second. MDR moves, Larry seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. Next.
Application 1860 is an application by Level 3 Communications for a 20-year license to operate an existing conduit fiber optic system. This particular fiber optic cable system is owned by IXC, and they had a license granted to them in 1996 by the board. So the license expired. It was a 15-year license, I believe. Yes. So it had expired, and since that license, Level 3 has purchased IXC. So they're renewing. It's an existing conduit system that starts by the border highway and US 54, and it runs parallel to the border freeway up to past Joe Battle, past I-10, up to about Vista del Sol. So they cross numerous facilities. It's an existing.
Is this an extension that was in the original contract?
So the original expired in 2011, and we just found
It's not
out.
an extension, it's just new.
It's a brand new one. We're not backdating it. That started from here, and they requested for a 20-year license if possible, and the price is $600,000 for a 20-year license.
Lump sum,
Lump sum.
or payable over the term?
No, so they requested to make 2 payments if possible, so they're gonna make one payment, $300,000, at time of execution this month, and then an additional $300,000 payment by October 1st of next year, on or prior to.
Okay. All right. What was the previous one?
The previous.
Do you have the dollars amounts on that?
Yes, it was for $200,000 for 15 years.
And we had discussed the amount that we were negotiating with you all
Yes.
last meeting, and you all had given us direction.
The green light, okay.
Yes.
All right, do I hear approval for that
So moved.
application? All right, MDR and Larry seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay, Jay?
All right, thank you. Application 1878 is on behalf of Lower Valley Water District to construct an 8-inch potable water line via conventional board underneath the Clint lateral. It'll be right down here before FM 1110 and Fentor Road. So it'll be bored underneath the district's facility, and no disturbance at all at the surface or to the canal. And they had previously, there were about 6 of these a couple of months back, and they constructed the water system in the town, and they added an additional lateral to feed some folks that are out of Fenter Road and,
Okay.
after 1110. So, engineering recommends this, for approval.
All right, I hear a motion. So move. Larry,
Seconded?
Indar seconds. All those in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Dewatering?
Lower Valley had an emergency. They're having some problems with the lift station on Saltillo Road. It's adjacent, about a block over from Las Pompas. So they have needed to dewater, so they set up some dewatering wells. It was an emergency, so it occurred a couple of weeks back prior to our board meeting, so I have this on the agenda. And they currently have 8 wells discharging, so
All right.
bringing this to the board, so to assist them with their emergency fix.
Okay, and, who meters that? We meter it?
Yes, well, the contractor set the meters, and then we are monitoring, we take our own readings, and then the contractor is responsible for sending their meter reads as well.
And do we receive money up front, or do we do an estimate?
Typically, yes, we just received the exhibits. Typically, this was an emergency. They asked, they called at 8 PM and had the road had collapsed and the lift station had collapsed. So, but then, typically they will make an estimate on how long, amount it would take to water the area for construction, and they will place the entire deposit with us.
Okay.
And then we'll go on from there. They will be submitting $40,000 for, as a deposit, so,
Quick,
yes,
short.
yes.
Yeah. And Jay did call me, and I approved on an emergency basis, that they,
I think
go
that's
ahead
fine.
and give them the green light.
We live here in the community too, so.
Yes.
Okay, do you need approval for that? I guess
Yes.
you do. All right, here, a motion.
So moved.
Larry moves,
Second.
Indar seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, thank you. And this last, we received an irrigable land exhibit for a new subdivision to be constructed between Place Road and Bovee Road here in Socorro. It is 14.85 acres with water rights. And we received the subdivision, and everything was added up, and easements are in place. And engineering recommends this subdivision for approval.
All right. Do I hear a motion for that one?
So moved.
All right. Larry moves, Indar seconds. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Okay. Jay, you got anything else?
That is all, thank you.
All right. Next is this one, that one, okay. It appears it's time to move to closed session. Lisa, we're going to, let's see, let it show at 10:40, we're going to move to closed session.